And we're back, and we've been given a new mission, and I'm just going to send an assassin to try and knock out this guy, because he's a pain in the ass. Yes, the enemy has been wounded. And I apparently have been able to... One of my dudes has ranked up. Not sure who. Is it him? Yes, it is him. Merchant magnate, the fish guards. Right, cool. Rome is now building up a nice fast reserve. For some reason we are... Oh, it's because of the mercenaries, isn't it? Right, we now need to create, apparently, a new army. So, not him, not him, not him. I said he is quite an important person, but no, the candidate here is Septimus. He seems like quite a nice person. Yeah, we'll raise him. General and bodyguard or veteran legionaries? I might have general and bodyguard because they're easier.
At your command.
Right, so now I've got some money off that. Legio 5, we're going to rename you. Put the details in. What can we give him? Legio 5, what can we call them? Be interesting, because we need something which highlights what they'll be good at. Or that, or just some kind of string. There we go. This army of faith and glory. And to symbolize that, you will have a wreath to symbolize a united Roman legion. There we go. This is also the Gaul Stompers. But these guys are the faith and glory. I like that name. It sounds cool. Anyway, so over here we have suffered some attrition, which is not too good. The battle is now looking ever so not so in our favour. I think what I might do is I might send some reinforcements over.
At ease, men.
Recruit a couple of those guys. You move over to here, so that way we've got some reinforcements. And now we attack. Yes, we're going to attack now. Assault! I did save. Well, the autosave is there, so... Right, so here it is now. We're going to be capturing this settlement once and for all. Our army has suffered some attrition, but we will annihilate this enemy force. There is the enemy force. It's not a very big town, but it's big enough. We have got some ladders and defences, so we'll need to get that. But we can also flank and head right into the rear part of their town. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so I'll see you guys. And we're back, and here we are at the enemy-held position of Medlihan, and it actually looks like a sick place to fight in. We've got quite a variety of defences over here. We've got a largish tower, we've got a largish sort of cliff face here that my armies can take advantage of. There is a pathway here, which actually could be useful. I've got some flanking forces over here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be utilising this defensive position and somehow attacking. It's not going to be perfect by all means, but at least we have a better chance. So what I'm going to do is actually going to transfer some of the transfer my mercenaries and put them into we'll put them into assisting at this point. So what my plan is, and it's not very good, but it still does the job, is we're going to be launching an attack on three fronts, one of which is more for support. The other two will be for the attack. First of all, we're going to have our main attack here with our Roman legions pushing up towards this defensive perimeter. We're going to be under fire for a fair amount. My general's here providing support. Over here, I'm going to send a flanking force, which is slightly larger than the main attacking force, but mainly because I've got mercenaries alongside, my legions will be able to move up, capture these two perimeters, and start punching a hole straight through the enemy lines, and hopefully capturing that perimeter of defense quickly. We've also got reinforcements down south over here providing support, which will definitely be utilized because, unfortunately, they're not going to be perfectly placed, but what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to send this army around either here, or I'll send them up and along here. These guys will just, those guys will mainly be a support. So what we'll do is I'll send these guys perhaps around down here, perhaps trying to get them into the fight. Or if I'm lucky enough, I could somehow find a gate or an entrance, which is only here. Okay, so these guys have definitely got a well set up place, and I do like how this village is set up. This is one of the things I'm loving about Rome too. So without further ado, let's get in the fray.
Melee infantry ready. Cut them down.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Right, so you guys, now you guys basically march up a little bit.
Days.
Now we have reinforcements.
Proud Romans all.
These guys will now march up along here.
Missile infantry.
Missile infantry will move up along here to provide support. Right, you guys
Romans ready
just
for duty.
attack.
Attack for Rome. Commander. Move out.
You guys will suffer some attrition on this one, but that's the range of their archery things.
Move out.
Right, so as you can see, they've already got some troops over there. Hopefully, we can sneak up to these guys and knock them for 6.
Romans ready for duty.
Right, guard towers will be in range at this point, I'm assuming, I'm hoping. It's going to be an interesting battle, but I'm looking forward to it, so I'm going to move my dudes up there. Because we can capture this point, attack, and move up and capture this zone. Hello, what's this? Ah! Sneaky buggers. They're actually trying to attack me from another
We
point.
await orders.
But we'll be alright because my general's over here.
Advance. Quittez.
Got reinforcements on the way, so that's all good. I haven't got much in the way of a general, but we'll be alright. It's a very nerve-wracking time, actually, because I don't know how... Because there's obviously a lot... Oh, of course, they're the reinforcements, aren't they? Yeah, they're the reinforcement forces that will try and knock us to 6. But that's a little worrying. They've got 90 of those dudes, and I haven't got any horses. Right, although they are going to be attacking them.
Melee infantry. Brave Romans to a man.
Right, we might have to deal with these oaths sworn a bit. So you guys move up there. We have reinforcements, but this could turn sour.
Romans ready for duty.
Right, these guys may have to deviate from their original plan, but you guys
Your orders.
move up a little bit.
Equites.
Right, you guys move up. So far no contact, which is good.
Sons of Mars.
So now I'm going to move these guys up a little bit now. Here they come.
Legionaries. Engage. Jupiter gives us strength.
Right, move up.
General. Proud Romans all.
Your objective is to capture that point and capture it on the double. You guys just engage those guys.
Proud Romans all.
You guys capture that zone. You guys
Waiting orders.
set up a defensive position there.
Speed. General. Forward. Legionaries.
They're probably going to back away, and they're already suffering some casualties. Ah, Jesus Christ. Heavy infantry versus slingers.
Advance at speed.
Right.
Legionaries. Advance. Your orders. Legionaries ready. Melee troops. Romans ready for duty. Legionaries. Commander. And forward. Commander. Victoria. Lead us. Yes, Commander. Quickly now.
We have captured a tower.
Come on, come on, come on.
Orders understood. For the gods! Jupiter gives us strength. In the forward. Follow me. Velites.
Right, move up.
Mercenaries! Legionaries!
The enemy general is dead.
Over here.
Melee infantry! Run! Advance! Ready for orders! Commander! Engage!
Right, the enemy forces are
Romans ready for
breaking.
You have orders, sir! Yes, Commander!
Okay, back over here.
Legionaries! For glory! Brave Romans to
Right.
a man!
Break them. Good, they're broken. Right, this is where it gets interesting, because now most of my... This is actually a good thing, because most of the men who I wanted originally to get up there are now getting up there and getting sorted. Now we get into battle and kick some ass.
We have captured a tower.
Awesome, we've captured another tower. The legionary dudes over here are kicking ass. You guys have just broken them lot. Capture that tower.
Legionaries! Proud Romans all!
Right over here, the battle will now ensue. Blah.
We have captured a tower.
It'll be difficult because the enemy...
Fearless warriors!
Actually, the fearless warriors can go up there and start capturing that tower. You guys, though. This is where having... This is why being Julia helps out so much. You're flipped double, can't you?
General, head forward! Glory awaits! By your command! Guns ready for duty! Missiles ready!
We have captured a tower.
Right, you guys move up into position there. Who's down here? Reinforcements can go there.
Brave Romans to a man! Melee warriors! Get running!
Captured their middle point, which is quite nice.
Brave Romans to a man! Melee troops awaiting orders! Brave Romans to a man!
That's it. Oh, that's actually it. This is awesome. Have they actually all broken now? I think they've all routed, which is brilliant. But we shall now capture
Infantry at your command!
that.
Proud Romans all!
Where's their garrison? There's their main base.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
Right, we've captured that zone now, which is fantastic. They're all running away now from the front. Celtic tribesmen. Oh wow, that's a lot. And that's all a garrison defense army. So that's about it. Awesome. We've somehow been able to capture this settlement. Huzzah. Kind of wish we could have like a whole bunch of dudes waiting outside for them, but what can you do? We've captured the settlement. Anyway, I'm going to call it on this one. So that was awesome. I'll see you in the campaign section. And we're back. And now we have conquered and destroyed the enemy faction. If I'm not mistaken, we have actually caused... What was a population surplus? Where is this? Oh, it's over here. That's awesome. Can actually utilize this though. I'm going to be making... what do we have there already? I'm going to make it into a consecrated ground. Yes, the enemy settlement has been raised. I will be great things from this aspect. I'm going to try seeing what happens when you raise something. Consecrated ground. So the enemy forces have basically, we've annihilated their position. We are, unfortunately it's a little bit buggered. But hopefully we'll be able to, we can't even build that. That's a bit annoying. Actually, hold up. No, I know why we can't do it, because we're building over here, aren't we? Bollocks. Right, okay. Right, well, we're going to have to deal with that, unfortunately.
We hunger for battle!
We've captured this settlement now, which is great, but the problem is we've also got a fair amount of problems with
Ready
it.
for battle!
However, we have won the day, which is fantastic. Finally capturing and annihilating the remainder of that. Finally capturing and knocking off that last bit. And thus, we can now end the turn, so I'll see you after the end of this turn. And we're back, and here we are, look at that, Ligura has been annihilated. Weirdly enough, for the last, whilst they were trying to make out, try and make up. Whilst we were going through the turns, the enemy made one last desperate ditch to attack. Now, the reason why I didn't show you this is because the army size they had was so pitiful, it was completely stupid. Physical conditioning. Ah, handy. War declared. The Guri versus Chesurigi. A faction rises, I swear I just saw that. Leves, Faith and Glory. Gisblanca and Unhappy Populace. Well, unfortunately, there's buggereth all we can do about that. But that's actually, that said, now that we've completely redeemed the section, we can now build up our lovely reserve of buildings and armies. And we are going to have a Field of Mars. What is this? What does this go to? I've not seen this before. This actually goes to an archery field range. Oh, I see. So basically it adds oh, I see. Basically it means that improves the, it basically gives the ability to people to train. Right, okay, well we're gonna have a Field of Mars. Right, so do we have a Field of Mars? Yes, we need a Field of Mars. Trait gained. Gravitas, Household, Authorita. Shrine of Jupiter at Arminium, which is fantastic. Ah, there it is. Faction Risers. Quidri. The Quidri are way over to the far eastern lands over here, but let us be grateful that they are around. Way over back in Deutschland, we have now got Reteriki.
What do you wish of
I am going to explore down through this territory. Actually, we'll go this way. So we'll go through here, find a crossroads, and we can now explore... Oh, this is another provincial capital. Not as big, but still, provincial capital. We'll go this way, down through here, and there is Pavatium. There is a smaller and the last settlement to capture in this area, and that would be cool. I am going to send Faith and Glory to Rome, because
Get to it,
we
men.
will need some kind of support. Over here, though, bang,
It is
we
an
now have...
honor to serve Rome.
Minus. They're not too happy about that, are they? Oh, that's why, because their bloody army.
Fleet reporting.
I don't know why it does this. Right, there we
Leaving
go.
the ship.
Go this way.
Returning to shore.
Go to Rome. Yeah, there you go. Awesomeness. Right, now that we've got that, we can now pursue more meaningful things. Missile damage for land units. Ram health. Siege tactics. 25 armor. Hold out. 3, I suppose, or that. Agriculture. What's that? That does culture conversion, which does help. What's over here? Tax labor, 1% growth, minus the provincial capital, main chain. This is the annoying thing. It doesn't quite... I mean, it tells you enough, but it doesn't quite give you... It tells you what it happens, but it doesn't quite help, and it does get quite frustrating. Labor organization. I would say this would probably be the next best choice. The faster we can recruit on, the faster we can increase our tax rate, the better things will go for us, because obviously the more we can, the more we can utilize our capabilities to go against the enemy. So this is our new objective now, Pavatium. Feels like it's taking forever to get there, but well, it is a slow. This game is a bit taxing on the computer, so what can we do? Anyway, so 6 turns till we have that one. I am going to move my
To serve Rome.
I'm going to move him to Napoleus.
Not into
Actually,
those
no.
waters.
Hold up. Oh, hold up. It will make more sense to instead go for our minimum, which is a bit stupid because I've been spending the latest amount of turns going that way. But there is a fleet over here, which is, you know, they're all there. They've got legionaries on board. And here, we're all right. So really, it's just going to be about here. So now that I've got the north-handed side, now that I've got North Italy at my mercy, I do need to capture that settlement at some point, because obviously the longer they have it, the better defended they will be.
We hunger for
My
battle.
Roman army... Ah, won't need these two guys anymore. Bang. Yes. Oh, would you look at that. Mercenary units. Yes, we'll disband that unit. Right, cool. So now I have £2,000 and 34 pence coming in, which is awesome. This next settlement I might go for, but the problem is it's in a choke point like no tomorrow. And also, the enemy, they may be allied to certain Gallic factions. This is the big thing though. This will be the big one, because obviously we are going to attack Gaul. There is no way in hell we're not going to attack Gaul. But the problem is we have multiple ways of getting through to Gaul. Which does remind me, once she gets through there, we need to get her around here, because she's now going to be my new spy to figure out what we're going to do. Because what she's going to do is she's going to go down over to here and look at what Gaul can do. Because at the moment, the Gallic tribe, Averni, here and here are, I don't know how powerful they are, but the longer we leave them to it, the more chances they have of becoming a more powerful state. So we need to be quick with our decisions. Non-aggression pact with them, which is handy because now they condemn cultural aversion, so they're friendly. They actually should like me now because I've been treaties with Libya, so yes, this is awesome. They are better off now, which is quite nice. Athens, they're at war with lots of people still. They're in fact gaining more foes, if I'm not mistaken. Rhodes, they are literally no one with no friends. In a sense, we could potentially cap that. So that'll be another target if I ever wanted to. We're very friendly with those guys. They are not too friendly with us. What about these guys? How many regions do they possess? They are currently at war with the Suebi, but the Rati guys are also allies. They're also at war with the Suebi, but we'll need to capture and knock out this nation first. And then what I can do then is once I've captured the area of Kisblanca, we can then go for them and them, perhaps. If we back away and see what kind of settlement they have. They have a small settlement, and they have a small settlement. I don't think they own anything else, in fact. No, it doesn't look like they have it. So, in a sense, I can go for both of these settlements. They have a very large army, though. That is quite a large army. So, once we've captured Pavatium, we'll be able to set up an edict, which means we can then provide more resources towards the war effort. And then over here, we can then start pushing forward and attacking. Faith Devil Zone will be the new army going for these guys, and Gaul Stomper. Actually, theoretically speaking, Gaul Stomper should go here. Devil Zone will go over to Korea. Knock them silly. Faith and Glory will be the reinforcement army. They will ensure, perhaps, that the enemy forces to our right flank won't attack us, because the difficulty is Pavatium, until we upgrade it to a proper town and city, there is little we can do to protect it against foes' forces, so we might need that. Also, we'll need a champion for this, for Faith and Glory as well, which, if we are lucky... Do we have room for another champion? No, we do not, so we'll have to be careful with what champions we can give out. That said, though, the more we capture, the more possibilities we have to increase our value. But that said, this has been quite an interesting episode. Don't know what the time is, though, so just quickly nip onto this. 16:27. We have been recording for about an hour. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the turn, and then afterwards we'll then see what happens there. So, see you in a few. And we're back for the last turn, and apparently there's been a faction that's been destroyed. Our hidden agent over here has been exposed.
How can I be
Honestly,
of
she should not be
assistance?
so crazy. The settlement over here is actually being hacked at by the Brutii guys. It would appear that their armies are no longer about, which is intriguing. Over here, these guys are apparently suffering some kind of attrition. So down south, Genoa, I am actually going to send reinforcements. Oh yeah, the Devil's Own champion has decided to assault patrol, strength, paragon. I don't know actually. I just want him to be able to increase the. I think I might just increase the zeal again. He is an awesome dude as well, so the more zeal we have, the better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer... Actually, what I might do is I might just transfer these guys back towards Genoa. Oh yes, of course, Medlihan. Right. Convert and dismantle to turn it into a Roman city, although it's going to cost us a bit.
Commander,
You guys move back towards Rome.
duties, men.
At your service.
What kind of stuff do they have in there? Pavatium has a small army. It's building up something. It's very Celtic. Its wealth isn't too bad. It's got 1% slaves. And its security isn't too bad. Time to start causing
How can I be of assistance?
sabotage. Poison the wells. Jesus Christ.
An excellent
Drop some.
choice. Good. You
So now we're going to start poisoning their wells a bit, giving them a bit of a, causing some problems like dysentery. Because believe it or not, if you're wondering what dysentery, if you've never heard of the term dysentery, or not, or if you haven't really seen it much, dysentery actually is either another form or is another word for diarrhea, and apparently that can kill you very badly. Don't know why, but it just does. But it's actually quite a devastating thing to have on an army, which is why you do not want to have an army having it, because unfortunately if one guy has it, he'll probably have a shit somewhere. It's not pleasant, and everyone else starts having horrible shit. It's terrible. It's a nasty way to go. I don't think anyone's died of dysentery in years, though. I don't know, actually. Possibly. I mean, I know you can get it. Like, obviously anyone can get diarrhea, but I've never heard of someone dying of it nowadays. But it could be. Could be. Anyway, enough of that rather disgusting subject. So we've got that now to look forward to, and then what we'll do is we'll upgrade that, so that way we can add some more happiness, and also once we can upgrade this settlement, we can also give food, which will be lovely. And then hopefully we can upgrade. So far everyone's actually quite happy, which means if we can up there, we can actually go up to... actually I might get a Shrine of Minerva, because that way then it can also add some research time, which could make things a little quicker. And so, that is about it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you like this kind of content, do feel free to let me know by clicking on the like button, commentating down south in the comment section, and don't forget to click that subscribe button. If you're interested in other stuff, feel free to check out my channel. I have got a couple of playlists on World of Tanks, Spore, War Thunder. If you guys enjoy my kind of content on that, feel free to check them out too. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching once more. This is Crap Hunter signing out. So catch you next time, guys.